Street fam, Facebook, Twitter, whoever else is watching. I am here to preview the UNC-Duke game tonight at Cameron, 9 o'clock, ESPN. Duke's ranked 2 in the world, country, and UNC's unranked. So, two things before I get into this preview. For the people who looked at the Miami game on Saturday and automatically are not giving us a chance tonight, Miami's legit. Miami's really legit. Miami has the most talent out of anybody in the ACC. People were talking state and singing state's praises. Nobody was giving Miami credit. Give Miami some credit. They played well. And Miami could have thrown it at the sky and would have gone through the net on Saturday. They were 15 of 26 on 3. And I was thoroughly convinced watching that game that when Reggie Johnson attempted those threes, I fully expected those threes to go in. That was the kind of night Miami was having. So give Miami some credit. I didn't think UNC played terribly. Miami was just all over them. So, thing number 2, the rivalry. It's a rivalry game. It's Carolina-Duke. And there's people who are going to say, well, it was a rivalry game in 2010 and they couldn't help it then. Newsflash, 2010 couldn't help themselves. 2010 played their hearts out, they could not help it. 2013 has enough talent to compete, and they won't help it. Now tonight, if you can't help yourselves when you're playing your rival, Duke, you might as well pack your bags and call it a season. The only thing to question about 2013 is their motor, because it's not always there. But when it's on, this team can be lethal. And I don't know which team we'll see tonight, but I will expect to see the one that gives their all. Let's do the position breakdown. Who has the advantage at each position? Duke has the clear advantage in 2 positions. Shooting guard and center. Shooting guard, I would assume, would be Dexter Strickland versus Steph Curry. And you have to get Steph Curry that matchup. Steph Curry means a whole lot more to Duke. And he's a sharpshooter. The dude can play. Dexter doesn't really give us a lot offensively. So, you gotta give Steph the advantage there. Center, Mason Plumlee's on the island by himself. I don't think UNC has anybody that can really compete on Mason's level right now. So, they deserve that. We can throw Bryce at him. We can throw McAdoo out of position at him. We can throw Desmond Hubert at him. Joel James is out, so we'll see how that goes. I also give Duke the subtle advantage at point guard. Quinn Cook versus Marcus Page. I think I give Quinn Cook the advantage here because Quinn Cook has been around, and I think he has more accolades next to his name. We don't know which Marcus Page will show up. We've seen one phenomenal Marcus Page in the Virginia Tech game. But we also saw below average Marcus Page in several of these other games. So you just don't know. Give UNC clear advantages in 2 positions tonight. Power forward and small forward. McAdoo is going to have the advantage all day, every day against who he's playing on the other side. Whether that be Josh Hairston or Emil Jefferson, the freshman. That's McAdoo's playground. It's up to McAdoo to exploit the mess out of that advantage. Bullock, Rasheed Stallman, he's been having a good freshman year, but he has nothing on Bullock. Nothing. And then the backup for small forward, Thornton, please. That's Bullock's position all day. I think UNC's problem in our games this year has been, I think, the starting lineup. And I'm not one to question Roy on anything, but I'm starting to get on the bandwagon. Check that. I am on the bandwagon of changing the starting lineup because our starting lineup is offensively inept and cannot start the game off right the way it should. Like literally, the Virginia Tech game a couple weeks ago was 12-0 in the Ding Dome. 12-0 deficit to begin the game. Our starters have been outscored by 43 points, I believe, in the last 5 games, and this is all before the first media timeout. That's ridiculous. PJ Harrison is the one guy who I know will play wire to wire anytime he's out on that court. Why he doesn't get more minutes is beyond me. The dude's a warrior. He deserves a starting position. He may be a sophomore, but he gives a whole lot more spark than Dex does. Love Dex to death, but PJ will give us more threats on the court. I think we can live with Hubert. I would love Bryce in the starting lineup, but you can easily see Bryce get shoved under the basket very easily on defense. He brings a lot to us offensively because the dude's phenomenal. But defensively, so I'm not sure about that. But PJ needs to start. Keys for UNC tonight. McAdoo and Bullock have to play well. McAdoo can't have that shooting performance he did against Miami. If he plays like that, we're already in trouble. I expect Bullock to come out and play. And with both of them playing, they're going to need help from the Cavs. Dex, all of them's going to need to provide. And no, Dex, that's not YOLO jumpers. We don't need 15-foot, 16-foot fadeaways. You're going to be the fastest guy on the court tonight. Get some free throws. Get some layups. UNC's going to be the aggressor tonight. We're going to force the issue. We're going to get their guys in foul trouble. And when we get to the free throw line, we got to make free throws. Because if we're going to be reactionary tonight, we're going to lose. And we're going to lose by the first immediate timeout if we're not going to be the aggressor tonight. So, those are the keys for UNC. Keep in mind, Duke is still playing without Ryan Kelly. And that makes it a whole lot easier to guard them. I think they probably need to switch off screens because Duke still likes to go for the three-point shot more than anything else. Maybe live with Mason getting his because Mason is not going to win this game by himself. He's going to need some help. Force the guards to go inside and finish because I'm still convinced they can't. We saw Seth and Austin Rivers last year. We ran them there behind all the three-point line, and they couldn't finish at the rim. And I think you will see more of the same this year if we did more of that playing. So, predictions for me, I don't have any predictions because there's just way too many intangibles in this. I don't know which UNC team will show up. And if Duke plays as well as Miami, it's not going to matter. But if they don't play as well as Miami and we still get blown out, it's going to totally be our fault. So, I'm anxious to see what happens tonight. Talk to y'all later. Go Hills.